Let's talk about Achilles tendon pain. The Achilles tendon right behind right above your heel on the back of your ankle. Sometimes when that hurts, it can be from a variety of issues. If it's chronic pain, if it's been going on a very long time, it's probably most likely either a functional movement issue, the way you move your body, how you turn your feet in, out, sideways, or it could also be from a muscle imbalance. A lot of times we have very strong calves and we need to work on those calves. The injury might not come from the area that you're experiencing the pain. It could be from a foot issue, it could be from a calf issue, especially a calf issue that often will play into that Achilles tendon pain. Now, if it's acute, if it's a fairly new injury and it's just hurting you recently, something you want to look at is the new protocol. You might be familiar with RICE, the old rest, ice, compression, and elevation. Well, the doctor who invented that has been going around for years now, trying to convince people, convince doctors that that is no longer the appropriate therapy. That ice actually restricts blood flow. And what you want that blood flow to the area. And the new protocol is actually called MEAT, which is movement, exercise, analgesics, and therapy. Now, when we're talking about the Achilles tendon, we want to get some movement in. We want to strengthen and stretch that area. We want to move it. So you can just flex it. You can hang onto a wall or something, just flex that foot, move that foot around. You can get a ball and put it underneath your foot, a small ball like a rubs ball, maybe about that big around. You're going to put that under your foot. You're going to rub that around. You're also going to do some stretching and strengthening. I find, especially on the calves, one of the best ways to do it is put your toes on a stair step, hang your heels off, and do some easy heel raises. You can also do heel raises standing. Now, to stretch that Achilles tendon area, one of my favorite exercises is a variation on a calf exercise. You've probably done this where you lean into a wall and you have one leg go back and you push that heel back to the mat. And then with that leg straight, you come in. Now, that's going to work on the calf. What we want to do to get into the Achilles tendon, you're going to straighten that back leg. Now, bend that back knee. Notice how I bent the back knee and it's not going to go a long ways. The minute you do, you're going to feel it in the Achilles tendon. Push your toes lightly into the mat, make sure your heel's down, and just go ahead and deepen that stretch a little bit. And you could pump back and forth with that. Now, that's the movement, that's the exercise. Now, as far as analgesics, I really recommend that you don't take even over-the-counter painkillers. Maybe look at an arnica, maybe look at some herbal remedies that you could use that might help alleviate pain. I mean, there are so many side effects from Tylenol and from Advil and all the different other analgesic type pain relievers. So the only thing left is therapeutics. Now, there's a lot of different therapeutics. You could come in, you could have somebody stretch you. One of the best I have found, I'm going to run out of screen for just a moment here. If you're not familiar with Voodoo Floss is this stretchy little band that we use when we wrap people, and maybe you wrap it yourself. You can see a little bit there. Yeah, see, it's a stretchy little band. It's a specialized product for mobility WOD, and it is amazing. This is where you can get the compression, you can get the movement. You wrap around your foot and your ankle, and then you just move it. You move it, you move that tape in and out. You actually can come down. You can do some easy little squats, a lot of things, but I highly recommend either having somebody wrap you with this or wrapping yourself with this. It's a very inexpensive product all in all. It's about 20 bucks. So that's my suggestion. If you are dealing with acute or chronic Achilles tendon pain right there on the back, right above your ankle, on the back of your ankle, right above your heel. If you're dealing with that pain, give meat a try and just get past it. It's fairly easy to do. Okay. So that's today's tip. Achilles tendon pain, how to resolve it using meat instead of rice. Talk to you next time.